Good morning, guys and girls. Just a quick update on Project Mercury. Now, these racks are in the base station order or position, but I'll take you through. Both racks so far have been fully tested. So what have we got? We got the external speaker on rack 1 for HF. It's not connected at the moment. I'm using the internal speaker. Inside the top of the rack are, of course, DMR and Fusion hotspots. Now, the internet connection comes in from the router there via one cable into here, which then distributes it through the power over Ethernet switch via these pass-throughs to the rest of the equipment in the rack. Now we'll work our way down through the rack and we'll see what we've actually got. Now the power over Ethernet is providing power for the two hotspots in the top and also for All-Star, which is this Pi here. We've also got on that level as an emergency backup, we've got a 5-volt battery charger where I can charge stuff up if the mains isn't available. On the next level down there, we have the HF side. So we have the G106, the power amplifier for 50 watts, and also the antenna tuner. It's currently on a digital frequency. The next level down is the Windows computer, which is there, and of course the DE19, which is the interface between the computer and the HF radio to give me digital modes. On the very bottom of the rack, we have VHF that is active at the moment there.
Yeah, I'm going to get off in a second.
And that one's active. So that's rack 1. It's all tested and working with no problem whatsoever. There is no noise coming through from any of the equipment onto the HF bands. Let's move on to rack 2. Now bear in mind, rack 1 and rack 2 can operate together as one huge communication system, or they'll operate independently. So let's go to rack 2. So at the very top, we do have a scanner on the very top, currently on the air bands. The internet comes in to the router via here and distributes it yet again via the power over Ethernet switch, which provides power and internet for 4 Raspberry Pis, 3 of which are Raspberry Pi 4s and 1 which is a Raspberry Pi 3. The top 2, as you will see, have USB sticks in. One of them is HamPi, the other one is for experimental purposes. I have a backup HamPi here on a Raspberry Pi 3 running off an SD card, and another Raspberry Pi 4 used for experimental software, etc., and can run either off a USB stick or the SD card. Next level down, we then have Meshtastic, which is there. Sorry you can't get a good view of it, guys, but that's operational. Mesh Core at the back there is operational, and the TinyGS satellite tracking and downloading system is at the front. These are all 5 volts. All the power for this equipment is actually provided by the power over Ethernet switch. Moving down onto the next layer is one SDR, a secondary backup power supply that provides 5 volts up to 3 amps there, and does actually connect to some of the equipment as standby. Further down, we have the Linux computer, which gives me 5 different operating systems via NVMe boards. I have a second SDR that comes via a lead from the second rack there. That's also on a digital frequency at the moment, different to the one I'm running over there, just to give me some idea of propagation. The speaker's not on, it's on headset. And the power for that is obviously provided via this. And the power for this SDR is provided by this. The power for this lot, the Meshtastic, Mesh Core and TinyGS, is provided by this and gives it 24-hour power. I've got 2 microphones. That one's connected up to rack 1 to be used on radio or the computer for internet ham radio stuff, for example. Moving over, we have a second microphone there, and that's to be used for the Windows 10 computer. The screen over here, you notice I'm not using the 10-inch monitors, not at home base. They will be used if I decide to go portable or alternative location is what I mean to say, not portable, but move to an alternative location. I have 2 10-inch monitors with magic arms that I can attach via one lead to both racks. Now, on the second rack, the piece I haven't covered yet is a HDMI switch here. Now, I've got 4 USB connections to it as well, where I can plug in ancillary bits and pieces. I'm only actually using the mouse and keyboard at the moment. Currently on Windows, but if I press the button and we go over, and it will change to the Linux machine. And the keyboard I'm using for both machines is that one there. And it works quite well. Chopping the operating systems is actually done from the startup. I've checked the temperatures. Everything's working fine. Both boxes have a fan in to provide cooling. Rack 2 does look messy because of the Raspberry Pi 4s, but you've got an Ethernet cable at the front, and you've also got the HDMI and power coming from the power over Ethernet, which are USB-Cs. And you will find there's a Desk Pi edition that plugs in to each Raspberry Pi to give you full-size HDMI and a USB-C at the front to provide power. And the 3 Raspberry Pi 4s have these boards attached to them. I also have boards to go underneath the Raspberry Pi 4s, if required, to provide another data source, which is NVMe boards. Well, that's the current update on the 2 racks, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Rack 3 will be coming, but there is a short delay. That's a bigger rack to enable all the larger HF radios to go into. Hope you've enjoyed it, and catch you on the next update.